What's your name and where are you from?
I'm Michael Jones. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. This is where I grew up at. I've been there for 40 years, and I'm trying to do something with myself, and I'm going through a lot in my life right now, so I'm trying to change some things. So I'm hoping.
Right, so I seen you in the cemetery and you asked me for a few bucks, so I said I'll give you a couple dollars if we do this interview. So how old are you again?
43.
You're 43?
Yes, sir.
And you're homeless?
Yes, sir.
How long you been on the streets for?
About 2 years.
You ever been locked up, arrested? I see
Yes,
you got
sir.
a tattoo on the
Yes,
teardrop.
sir. Yes, sir.
What's the teardrop mean?
I just really got it on my eye. I ain't never killed nobody, but that's it. That's what people say when you get a tattoo on your eye when you get a teardrop. But I never killed nobody.
What'd you? How long did you do in prison?
I did about 5 years flat.
5 years flat. What'd you do?
Burglarize.
Tell us the story. What were you doing?
Well, I was just wasn't supposed to be doing nothing, just trying to find something to do, and broke in somebody's house.
Okay, were they there sleeping or they
No,
were gone?
it was gone.
So you knew they were gone.
Yes, sir.
What did you get out of the robbery?
Nothing, just a ticket straight to jail.
So the police caught you in the act?
In the act, yes, sir.
So was there an alarm in the house? How did they know you were breaking in? Somebody
Well,
sent you?
somebody said they said a window was broken and they heard it, and that what made them call the people.
All right, so you did 5 years flat. What year did you get out?
I was locked up from 2011 all the way to 2016.
All right, so you've been out. So you're not on parole or anything right now?
No, sir.
So you are homeless. You've been on the street. You said for 2 years.
It's 2 years.
So why are you on the street? Do you have a drug problem? You got an alcohol problem? Mental illness problem?
I don't know why I'm out here, because I really have family, but sometimes people just throw their hands up with you and stuff like that. So
is there a reason why they throw their hands up with you?
Yeah, there's a reason why they throw their hands up with me, because I did a lot of wrong.
Anything you want to discuss?
No, it's just a simple fact that I want to try to change myself and do things right this time.
So you don't do any drugs? You don't drink?
I drank.
Okay, what you drink? What's your favorite drink?
Alcohol, beer.
Anything. If I could give you any drink right now, what would you want?
Hennessy.
Hennessy.
Yes, sir.
So would you say you have a problem with alcohol?
I would say I have a problem with it, but I'm just tired of drinking.
No, I feel you on that.
Because it's like a downer.
Yeah, no, definitely. Do you work? How do you make money?
Well, sometimes I go by the Greyhound and chill over there and, talk to people and stuff and see where they're coming from, where they're going and stuff like that. Throw a conversation with them, and then I probably ask them for a couple bucks.
What was the last time you had a job where you had to wake up to go to work versus, you just looking for work? Like you had an actual real job?
I was working at IHOP. That was way back in 2014. I was working at IHOP where we had to get up every morning, go to work, do what we got to do, play by the rule, but I was at work release.
What'd you do at IHOP? What was your job?
Dishes, washing dishes.
So you haven't worked a job in 6 years. How come you don't want? How come you don't want to work?
It's things that I'm doing that is not capable for me working right now. But okay. I can work, but I just need to stop and change some things.
So you think that maybe your drinking prevents you from going to work because you probably get into like some kind of stupor and you just don't wake up or what have you?
Yeah, something like that.
Have you always lived your whole life in Baton Rouge?
I've been here all my life.
Have you ever thought about moving to another city or a state?
No, I wouldn't want to move to another state. I would just stay where I'm at because this is where I've been raised at and I'm like familiar with. Because when you go move to other places, it's kind of like strange and you got to get the vibe and everything. And then it might take years and years for you to get the vibe over.
Who's your favorite singer or band of all time?
R. Kelly.
R. Kelly. Do you? What do you feel about R. Kelly and the young girls he was messing around with?
He did that bad and he did it wrong. So now that he locked up, he don't want to admit that he's wrong and guilty of things. So he have to lay around there and take responsibility for his wrongdoing.
If you could talk to anybody that's dead, a famous dead person, you could talk to them right now for 30 minutes. Who would you want to talk to?
If they was dead, it'd be Soldier Slim.
That's right. I went to his grave about about a year ago.
Yeah, I already talked to him.
What was the last time somebody told you I love you?
They tell me all the time, but sometimes I feel like they don't mean it, cause where I'm going and what I'm doing. But my grandma, she got love for me though.
Right.
I know this for sure. I definitely know this.
Were you raised with your mom and dad in the household?
No, sir. I was never raised with my mom. I was never raised with my dad. I was raised with my grandmother and my grandpa.
All right. One last question. If I gave you $5,000 right now, cash, which I got $5,000, but if I gave you $5,000 and you had to spend it in 2 days, what would you buy?
Give me a car for sure. Buy me some clothes and shoes, and try to give me somewhere to stay. But I wouldn't try to get nowhere to stay, but I try to have to pay rent or, get a hotel or something, and that's gonna cost. So I'm gonna end up spending money anyway.
I got one final question. I got to ask you this. One final question. Tell me the number one regret you have in your life.
Not listening to my parents.
Thank you for your time, brother. I appreciate you.
All right.